Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Amplify, where I like to highlight and spotlight movers and shakers and just people that I want to highlight that are fancy in our industry. My guest today, Oscar Reto, with New American Funding out of the Charlotte market. Right, Oscar?
Yes. Thank you for having me here with you and your audience. Yes, I'm here in North Carolina in Charlotte, about
Yeah,
22 years already.
22 years. And I wanted to bring Oscar on because Oscar has been, like you mentioned, in the Charlotte area for 22 years. However, you have been seeing changes and trends happening because I know you service more of the Hispanic Latino community, but you've been seeing other demographics coming into the Carolinas. So, can you speak a little bit about that on
Oh yeah,
Charlotte?
absolutely. I could talk about Charlotte all day long. I mean, this is a beautiful place. It's the cost of living, the quality of life, and we are
Yeah.
seeing basically becoming a melting pot. People from all over the place. Started with the Northerners, people from New York, from
Oh,
Ohio. I know. I came from New York too, so I can't say anything. People from up north. And now then we started seeing people from California, people from Florida coming down here for the change of scenery and also for the four seasons as well. So we are seeing people from all over the country coming
yeah.
all over here to Charlotte because it offers so much. I mean, from the quality of life, like I said before, to the beautiful weather and then just the people.
Yeah. I know how it feels with all the transplants. Living in Florida, we get that as well, right? We definitely
Hmm.
get the New Yorkers, right? The Northerners. I'm originally a Midwestern girl. However, when now living here in Florida for 13 years, like when I see the New York license plates or like I'm like,
Oh.
it's so
One
congested.
more New Yorker there.
Oh, I'm like, "Ay, Dios mío." But I get it. I know why people now they're entering people within our age demographic are entering different seasons of their life. Like you said, the 4
Uh-huh.
seasons, different seasons of their life, and they definitely want a better quality of life than the
Sure.
hustle and bustle that urbanness or large cities offer. And
Hmm.
I remember from our last conversation, I remember that you mentioned to me that people, whether it was over 10 years ago, that they tell you, well, Oscar, when is the best time to buy? When is the best time to buy? And your answer was priceless. So I'm going to
Correct.
ask you, Oscar, when you clients or potential clients, when they ask you, when is the best time to buy? What do you tell them?
Well, my answer has been always for the past 22 years since I've been in the business is buy now. Because if you qualify now, buy now, that's actually, and I prove it to be really good advice to my clients. The
Yeah.
majority, I here in Charlotte, if somebody bought a house 5 years ago, probably the price range was 200, let's say 220. Now the same house is worth $300,000, so or 350. So they
Yeah.
are sitting in pretty nice equity. And then, even when we had the crisis 2007 and 8, and
Yep.
people were hesitant to buy, and the homes were 120. I mean, people. I always say buy now, and people were afraid to buy there. Then
Yes.
when the rates were 4%, some people were like, should I buy now? Should I wait until they get to 3%? And we go like, really? Yeah, go ahead, buy now. And then it has proven here, especially in Charlotte, it's a phenomenon. I could see all of my clients that I've been helped for so many years, over
Yeah.
2,000 by now, that I see how now they have equity. Now they're coming back to me and they go like, Oscar, I don't want to sell my house because I had 3%, or I could rent it and I want to buy another house, have a bigger family. But now I could see how that advice was great even then, and it's even the same now. Even with the higher rates, buy now because you could afford it now, you could qualify now.
Absolutely.
If you wait another 5 years here in Charlotte, the prices are going to be up again and it's going to be
Yes.
harder to buy.
Yes. And I loved that answer because our industry pretty much knows that. The people that we work with on a
Uh-huh.
day to day knows that. But who does not know that are your clients, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the people that we educate. for whatever reason, they just cannot and I believe I know the reason, but
Mm-hmm.
they just don't that whole buy now mentality. Listen, buy now,
By now,
right?
if you can.
They just
Correct.
can't, it doesn't resonate. And in my personal
Mm-hmm.
opinion, and I do feel like I'm a subject matter expert at this point, being in the industry for 23 years and having
Mm-hmm.
multiple properties, is it fear? Is it
It
fear?
is fear. It is fear. It's second. It's cold feet. It's a big event, big purchase, the
Uh-huh.
biggest purchase of their life, like we always say. So it is reasonable why people will have that hesitation. That let me see, let me wait, but they always want to wait. But they don't know what they want to wait, but they want to wait for something. They want to wait for the rate to be 3%. They want to wait for the price to come down. They People want to always put it off because it's a big step. But
It is.
again, it's just don't put it off. Try to do it and do it now when you can. I always tell people, you qualify now, buy your house now, because your car could break down next year or
Yes,
next month, and then you might not qualify anymore because now you have the car payments. It's not 200 anymore. Now the car payments are 500, 700.
true.
Or
You're
then yeah, no, the car payments are much triple or double that they used to be.
oh my God.
Um, Now the
Yeah.
same thing. I mean, something could happen. You could have a baby. You could have the mother-in-law moving in now. Now you have to pay more money. So a lot of things could happen in life that now when you qualify now, you may not qualify next month. The rates could go up, home price could go up. So
Yeah,
don't wait. Don't wait. That's what my advice always been doing now. And then if the rates go down the road, you could refi.
that's
And so
and we did
yes,
it. So do you I you service the Latino, like I said, the Latino community. Do you find it more challenging to service like the
the
clientele?
culture, yes, there are certain things there. For I mean, if usually mostly are first-time home buyers.
Okay,
Changing now, the dynamic is changing a little bit. Like I said, I'm getting repeated customers now.
good, good.
So now I'm seeing that they're dads that I helped 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Now their kids are my
It,
house. So
yeah,
it is good, it's rewarding, but at the same time, but now we have a lot of millennials
okay.
who you're correct. So it's another dynamic. So if we
Yep.
can't put everything but in one bucket because it's a little bit people from different countries, different culture background. So it is different. It's somehow challenging because there are a lot of them are first time home buyers and we have to hold their hand,
Yes.
educate them more, prepare them more. But at the same time, it's rewarding because once you help one family, like I always say, well, I don't feel like I'm helping one person. I know I'm helping the family, but I'm also more important. I'm helping the community
Amen.
because with the Hispanic community or community immigrants in general, if you see that your cousin buys a house, you go like, why? My cousin just bought a house. I could buy a house too. Or my
That's right.
brother just got a house. I could do it too. So you are encouraging people to follow those footsteps, and therefore the community keeps getting better.
Yeah. And it's fulfilling, right? Like
Oh yeah,
you sleep
absolutely.
good at night. You sleep good at night when you do good by the family as a whole.
It is
Uh,
rewarding.
you know, I know that I've spoke on this before about I call it the sandwich generation. People
Mm-hmm.
call it maybe multi-generation
Uh-huh.
living, something like
I
that.
know what you mean. Yeah.
Are you seeing that? Because I see it here in Florida. Are you
Yes.
seeing that, Charlotte, where now, because of the cost of living, you have either the college kid who finished and is coming back to the house, you
Oh
have the
yeah.
parents might have another one or two kids that are still living in there. Then you have them,
The
right? And
grandfathers.
then they're taking care of abuela and abuelo, right?
Uh-huh. Oh
So
yeah.
are you seeing that trend as well? I call it the sandwich generation.
We are seeing that. I see that that's presently my generation. That where we have my family, my mom still here with us,
Oh,
and then
awesome.
at the same time I have my kids here. So I see that a lot. It's generational. We're seeing I think everywhere. But
Hmm.
yes, we're seeing that a lot here. That our kids stay home a little bit longer.
Yep.
They don't want to get married. They don't want to have kids. Yeah, hold on a second.
Yeah,
I got a sensor right here. There we go.
you're like,
Make sure you prepare the line. So I will do that, but just
you know, but yeah, you're seeing that too.
we're
You're seeing,
seeing that too a lot here. Yes,
yeah,
uh,
it is.
and
And
so
like I remember leaving the house right away at like
mm,
18 years old. They're not doing that, Oscar. They're not.
yeah.
They're staying put, and I understand why.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, no, the cost of living in general, I mean, the home prices are just right now is you used to buy a house here for 220, 250.
yeah,
Now it's 350 is basically the first time home buyer price range.
got
So
it.
here we used to see people making 25, 30,000 a year and you were able to qualify for a house.
And
Now,
now,
if I see somebody making 40, 45, I'm like, ah, it's going to be tight.
yeah.
So yeah, things are changing definitely.
Wow, wow. Well, Oscar and I can go on for a long time, and I appreciate your time and I appreciate our connection. I know we don't talk all the time, but when we do, it's like no time has passed.
Yes,
And I
that's,
do need to come out to you in the Charlotte market.
you're
Um,
welcome here. You might want to
yeah,
move here too. So go ahead. It's
I
a
want you to
beautiful place.
some good taco places. I know there's got to be
Oh
a good
yeah.
taco place. Well, so much for your time. Muchísimas gracias.
Yes.
Um,
Thank
again,
you.
Oscar, he is a gem and he is a subject matter expert in the Carolinas. And with that, you guys, thank you for another episode of Amplify. We appreciate your time and we look forward to highlighting movers and shakers. Bye.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Bye bye.
Bye.